All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Giants. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Set, 180! Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Open man is Michael Thomas. 14 yards is the pickup, 1st down, New Orleans.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. It's caught. Smith. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there. Good for a Saints 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there. And, look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete. But they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Let's go!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Giants' 38-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield off the play fake. Rolling to his right. That's caught. It's Malone. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
180!
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 19 yards away. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. He'll have a first down past the 40. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. First down, Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
A first down carry for Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
60 outlaw. 56. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check 30.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. He's going to air one out. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
56 is the mic.
Jones operating from the gun. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Giants. Curtis Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Switch up, switch up. Check 26, check 26.
General West. Ready.
On second and 11 now. Jones. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. And Rosas puts this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the back defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Big stop, let's go.
Now Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. This is intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Jones now on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Now Jones throwing again. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. On that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins, his second sack of the night.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full stride.
Mayfield to throw it. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Mayfield. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
And the Saints first down.
Set, 180.
I got it. Double tight. 4 down.
Mayfield on play action. Airing it out deep for Smith. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let them know.
Here's Jones to throw again. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle them up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to slip through.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, Mayfield. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They begin with a run by Barkley, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Jones now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Back to throw. Jones. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Echo.
To throw again. Jones. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
Complete to Saquon Barkley. A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. Rosa's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, 2nd half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not, but there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important, too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because at least you're you're there, knocking the ball away, offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield, and you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
That burst good for 20 and a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now he dumps this off over the middle. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. He'll buy some time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
They need a stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
56. I'm on.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. On 1st down, Barkley.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
You can't block me. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Watch the run. It's south, baby, that's baby south.
Jones now, from the gun, he'll throw. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
Let's put up or shut up time. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Now Jones operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Hey, Charlie.
Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield now. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Here's Jones on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones dancing to his left. And he's got the hook up here, complete. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Third and short yardage. Mayfield. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Mayfield now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10 on the ground. Kamara. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 39, Mayfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 44 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 6. Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Set 90 wolf. Double dog. That's the way. 5.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's third down.
180! Hey, alert 33!
It's our time.
SOS.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield looking long for Thomas, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Giants will get it now at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams. They've put it all together.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
180. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
The busy night continues for Kamara. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Alert, 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 alert.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
61, max box.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 24. Throwing, Jones. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down now, it's Charles. He is taken down. 2. The Giants on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game. And they reacted poorly on that one.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. From the gun, Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
Is to go back to fooled by what he's seeing on defense. Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Following the interception, Mayfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will bump the lead up to 26. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25. Call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Back to it after the pick 6. Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came.
So hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Check. Let's go.
Again, it's Charles. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, You can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. This is fielded at the 7. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He's got a 1st down past the 30. He's got Smith here. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
180! Hey, alert, 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 alert! Hey, Mike,
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Being chased out left. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mayfield with it once more. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But now it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
check curls, check curls, check curls. Hey, Mike, regular. Big time,
One last shot from Mayfield here. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for New Orleans,